6:02, call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Vote.
Here.
Matt Bittner.
Here.
Hopkins.
Here.
Trantham.
Here.
Sharon. Here. Kyle Bittner.
Here.
Riley.
Here.
Most.
Here. Petition. Actually, I want to change the agenda. I want to move 9 and 10 up after 4, just for this evening. So that our presentation is going to be together again, and he needs to go to the planning commission meeting at 7:30 downstairs. So,
Make a motion to approve that change.
yeah, and a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
And petitions by citizens on non-agenda items. And 3, city clerk, the 11/12/25 utility meeting minutes.
Need a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Any update, changes, corrections for Michelle? Roll call.
Kyle Bittner.
Yes.
Riley.
Yes.
Most.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Matt Bittner.
Yes.
Hopkins.
Yes.
Trantham.
Yes.
Sharon. Yes.
Motion approved.
Good minutes, Michelle.
Thank you.
Number 4, subdivision and zoning administrator.
So I have November and December's permits on here. In November, there were 19 issued, and in December, there were 13. There were 4 residential permits, 2 of them in Natalie Estates, 1 in Legacy, and then 1 in Quail Ridge on the new portion. Phase 5, I think it is, for Quail Ridge. Accessory permits, we have a lot. I think it was 16 total. Various things, egress windows, finished basements, patios, interior remodels, couple pools, some electrical, and 2 just generic electrical permits. Generator, porch addition. The 146 Lings Lane was the one we approved last month at planning committee for the roofing materials. Excavation permits, there were a couple on Colmer, separate companies, but different permits and whatnot. And then the one for Cordy Lake was finally approved. I think that one came in when I first took on this position in 2024. But they got all the legal issues and whatnot resolved, and that is moving forward as well.
Are they ready to install that line? Or do you know?
I think they're doing it in portions, so they're doing a portion of it now.
Okay.
There were 3 sign permits. Great Clips got a new sign. The new SPPCS Parish Center, which was the old S&P building downtown. And then Plush Peony, who had the ribbon cutting last Thursday. The demo permit for awnings was issued, so that will be happening soon. Commercial properties. Turning Point Wellness Center is moving from downtown on 4th Street to the old Strano building by Midland. So they did a permit for their exterior update, which we approved at the meeting for the stone, and then a couple minor things on the interior. Whiteman's is gutted currently with no final plans of what is going in, but they were going to make the bathroom ADA compliant, so they went ahead and got a permit for that already. City of Waterloo for the turbine. SPVCS Parish Center, they're doing an interior update to make everything compliant. And then Tequila's is expanding an office. It's a minor wall adjustment, very small, but. Current projects, we do have a planning commission meeting tonight. We will be reviewing plans for a special use permit for the where awnings was for residential above and on the main floor. We do not have a zoning board of appeals for this month, but there will be one in February. So far, I've got 2 residential permits in the works, 1 excavation, no commercial, 4 accessory, 2 signs, and 0 demolition. I don't know if you noticed, Pizza Hut installed their new sign, which they did get a permit for, but it is not compliant or what they put on their permit. So I noticed that today, and I will be reaching out to figure out what
So
exactly.
did they just put in a new insert? in the
They,
existing
nope,
sign?
yes, but they like smooshed it down. So it's like 2 foot off the ground now. So it meets the height, but the permit showed it would be a monument sign. It would be on the ground from the way it
So
read.
they cut off the other one
Essentially just smushed it
and I didn't
down.
drive by there today.
Remington Ridge is still in process. They are working on, the engineers have some things to work on. The lift station is not completed. We have to get that done before we can move forward with that one. Rimlock 7 is on the agenda tonight to review the preliminary plat still. We're just doing minor tweaks, but there's no major issues or anything moving forward with that. And Deer Ridge, which we had pretty much finalized already, they're backtracking and revising their plans. It was going to be very expensive to do it the way they had originally planned. To cross that ditch, I guess it is. So now they're thinking of 2 separate entrances, one on Rogers and one on Hamacher. But we're still reviewing the plans and moving forward with it. But there's nothing, it doesn't look like a bad set of plans, it's just making sure that the city will appreciate what they're doing. And that's all I got.
So
Any questions?
the new entrance on Rogers would be
Where the original one was supposed to be, right next, not right next to, but 2 houses down from the existing one on, not 2 houses down,
A couple lots down.
a couple lots down, yeah, it's
Okay.
closer to, what's the guy's name who's building?
Right, yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Closer to the creek.
Yeah,
Closer to the
closer to the
creek,
creek.
yeah.
The one we just did that, entrance for on Rogers.
Okay.
Will be. And then the one on Hamacher is basically straight across from, I think, is it Jefferson?
Okay.
But,
Willow Street's line.
yes, I think so.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since we were talking about signs a little bit, has anybody reached out to Burger King recently?
We sent them a certified letter, probably November, and I have not heard back from them.
It's been a year plus.
Yeah. Well, I think when the tornadoes came through, all the signs got damaged. So it needs to be, we mentioned that if they were to replace just the panels that are existing, then they won't have to, because the sign itself
Yeah,
isn't
it's
in
too big.
compliance, it's way too tall. But if they touch anything else in the sign, they're going to have to lower it, and it cannot be taller than 20 foot. So it is.
We did not
something-
contact them in December.
We did, yes. Pizza Hut and Burger King were both contacted at the same time.
Okay.
And I think it may have been December, it was November or December, my months are
Okay.
jumbled.
I think we recontacted them in December.
Okay. But it is something that needs to be re-contacted for because it looks terrible. And I think we mentioned, so there's like a sign maintenance, something about maintenance in the ordinance as well for signs that they not only does it look bad, but now they're breaking,
Okay.
not in compliance. Anything else?
Thank you. Who's it gonna be? Director of Public Works.
Tag team
Jared Jr. Jared Jr.
Happy New Year, everybody. Everybody's doing well so far this year. As I mentioned, Nathan and I are going to tag team the Public Works report this month again. So we're working on time here, obviously, so improving that. First, just a brief update on the water treatment facilities and distribution system. The milestone, obviously, we've been operating for just over 1 year, and we've produced almost 350 million gallons. We're distributed 350 million gallons today, so it's kind of exciting. The next few days we'll hit that milestone. Also, the monthly operation logs are on the website. If anybody on the city's website under the water department, if anybody wants to look at those, they are located there. Next, I actually got two kind of what I consider exciting items on the slides here. The turbine number 14. As I mentioned last week at the city council meeting, we had a successful planned power outage. Again, the contractor and then also the city team. We did very well planned. There's a lot of boots on the ground planning that from the line department, the power plant, and our underground department as well to make sure all of our citizens were safe. We had heat in the homes, power, and went back out as quickly as we could. Again, supply power, backfeed other circuits as we could too. So we were monitoring that. See a couple photos here of what happened, what occurred here is the jumpers from the new bus to the existing bus at the power plant. So these three lines are what the new turbine will feed on. And then also with the office staff, I know, or the field staff, also our office staff received a lot of phone calls. I didn't say a lot, but quite a few when the initial power outage went in. So having that outage map, they were able to go online, look at the outage map, see if someone was on or off. So that was successful.
Everyone is back on within an hour.
Just less than an hour, correct? Yep. We're making substantial progress. The contractor's getting really close to being done, and we're on target to have the initial testing by IMEA later this week, hopefully Friday, weather permitting. If not, it'll be early next week is the plan. But fingers crossed that the testing will take place this Friday, and we'll be able to be seen for the auction as a resource available in the auction. When I say the auction, the MISO power auction. We won't start receiving credits until after June of this year, but we need to have it online, and that's why we're pushing forward to get it done ASAP. So, you see another picture here of the apron around the bottom of the turbine. The stack is closest to us here, and the building expansion there on the right. Here's another picture looking towards Route 3. Here's the substation completed, fenced in for safety purposes. And here's our, what I'll call our fuel man. So we'll be able to fill up equipment to cycle some of that diesel fuel through, like our backhoes, so our off-road equipment through there. So that was installed and it looks really good. And it'll be key coded with the vehicle and the employee as well, filling up. Just similar to what we do now, instead of going to the gas station, it'll be here. Load. It's here at increase in speed. That's our lead power plant operator. Likes to turn it back, and unfortunately, as Whitmer isn't in here, don't appreciate that being saying that tonight. So that is the noise and sound. Obviously, you can kind of hear it increase a little bit, but that's at 100% the natural gas on it. So I'm going to run here for another minute.
It's considerably louder if it was under that.
It would be, but it's relatively quiet compared to our other units. Obviously, the doors are open in this case. Starting to paint off. They've paint off the exhaust system. So again, one of our exciting projects going on. So. I'm gonna pass it over to Nathan here briefly.
Okay, so just as you all know, you passed at council Huebner Contracting for the job for 4th Street. We're projected to have them start middle of February, depending on a few factors. This job is completely different than 3rd Street, so this job will go much quicker, as we have Huebner's going to subcontract the water main out on this job. So this will run concurrent with what they're going to be doing. So I'm excited that the city underground department, we've done all of our preliminary work. It's all really up to them, minus whatever comes out of the unknowns that we have to look at. But it should be a pretty much hands-off for Huebner and his subcontractors to do the work. So we'll be getting on that this spring and hopefully knock it out, sooner than later. Our next step is to contact the residents, inform them, and field their questions and provide any answers for whatever they have concerns about. I have a few already. Tony Gross called me about a few things, so it's good. It's going to be a great project. As you know, it's a pretty long project. There'll be a lot of work done. And so the other thing is we have to obtain a few easements, construction easements. I don't believe there's any permanent ones. So that is going fine. And I don't think we have any handrails scheduled as part of this program. So like I said, just one street over, it's a completely different project. So excited to get this thing going and get it knocked out.
Hey Nathan, on that, it's shutting down the entire street. It's not half the street and then opening it up.
Have we addressed how we're doing that?
So they'll start with the water main first,
Right.
and that's on the north side of the road, and then they'll jump to the storm sewage. Most of that's on the north side of the road as well, and then they'll come in and do concrete work, remove the existing curb and or gutter where it's needed, and then the road will be the last portion of the carve out the rest of the road. So.
I would like to say we'd like to keep it open as long as possible.
Yeah, and they want to as well.
Yeah, but you know how it works,
There won't be, more than likely, there will be a period where
Of course.
east and west are both shut down.
Yeah, especially storm pipes when they cross the road. You can't leave it open. So, and water main too. I mean, we're doing new services as well. So yes, there's going to be a lot of probably off and on. When they're installing the main itself, I could see the road being open, but when they start crossing over, there'll be sections closed off. So,
Local traffic open, essentially.
yeah.
For a long time.
Should be the whole project, really.
Anticipate being done sometime in May, June, weather permitting, but that's what they have to be done.
Can I ask, you're planning on us not having any of our employees involved in it?
No, that's
If there is something found, whatever, it's an old road, if there is something found, is there a chance our employees will go in there and take that out, or whatever it would be? Or is that built into that with that extra money for a,
contingency.
I mean, we don't know what it would be, if that.
There's always unknowns, So
Just play by ear, if we need to use ours, we can.
Yeah, the gas and the sanitary, we avoided those. Sanitary's on the westerly side of the road, and then the gas is in there.
there won't be any earth-shattering situations. It'll be the normal. Oh, look at what we dug up.
I know years ago when the old John Deere place, outside that, they had underground tanks nobody seemed to know about. And again, years ago.
Yeah.
And that was quite a dig up permits and get all that cleaned up.
Generally speaking, we like the contractor to take control of the project, and we will advise them what to do with the situation that comes up. So,
Good.
Both the water main and the sewer main are located where? Where are they at?
the water main will be located more center street.
Center of the street?
Yeah.
And where's the sanitary at?
It'll be Well, the storm will be north. Sanitary's in.
The sanitary's on the south side
Yeah.
towards the westerly end. It goes in the rear yards.
There's the one alley kind of comes out and bends and goes west. So there's not much sanitary.
It's in the, huh?
There's not much sanitary main. It's the last section of.
It's down the alley.
It's down the last alley. It comes out, turns.
It's right
and goes
in the alley?
It comes out of the alley onto West 4th and then it goes down to Moore. So, you thinking of laterals?
Huh?
Were you thinking laterals? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
In the rear yard, in the
Most
alleys.
of it's alleys. Yeah.
Most of it's in the alley, most in the alley. All right.
One thing that we've all dealt with since I've been here is some underground storm drains between Remlock and Danaholt Farms.
Search.
Stairs Run and Danaholt Farms. There's a large drainage area that works its way kind of, as you can see, it's outlined, works its way on that backside of that tree line. And like I said, since I've been here, I've been out there multiple times because of holes in the yard. We camera it and we find some deficiency and we fix it. And then a year or two later, there's a bell or something, and there's another deficiency. We're led to believe that the developer, which would have been the Danaholt Farm developer, did a poor job installing the pipe, basically.
Concrete.
No, plastic. And it's coming apart. There's bellies. We have one neighbor that calls often, and JR did a pretty good job responding to his email. That we are going to assess this in the next few months, come up with a plan, what it may be. It will be possibly a capital improvement to fix this situation. It's a large pipe.
What size is it? You know, 10 3-foot or larger?
It gets bigger as further down you go. I remember 24 inch to like 36 inch. And
About 24 inch up closer to
Yeah. Yeah, everything is getting larger as you go northwest. So,
You know what linear feet to replace that would be? About.
When we talked about it a couple months ago, I don't remember what we were looking at.
Yeah, but what we need to do is really get in there and address it and come up with a plan. Either engineer it and sub it out, or another measure of fixing this. But it's time that we actually do something rather than put a Band-Aid on the problems.
Well, that's where it started. We've been repairing it years over decades since it was installed. They told me there's a videoing one day, and there's a STOP written as the video's going by. A stop sign was used years ago to patch a hole, basically.
It was common to do that, throw some concrete bags over top of it, and move on with your
Yeah,
day.
and that was practices everywhere. I'm not but that's how long it's been going that was happening.
So, just we'll look at it with budget coming up. We just give everyone a heads up on it. So,
But this isn't a common area. Those goes through all the separate lots, right?
correct, no comment.
But it's an easement,
Yes.
so that's why we have to maintain
Well, it's our infrastructure.
storm drainage.
Storm, the main drainage.
Is there any other utilities there? Or just the storm?
I'm sure gas is back
Gas is not
there.
back.
But what I remember, everything, there wasn't anything like,
That's what's going to back there.
yeah, but it wasn't super close what I remember from back there. It's not a big,
Okay.
That wider area towards the northwest,
Uh-huh.
that's not a drained field? That's just
No.
a backyard?
there's no detention there.
Okay.
So the detention is way
way back here.
So is that detention that
Oh,
changed
ours.
to
That's
the
ours.
one that we
That thing?
recently acquired?
Yeah.
That old thing.
That old thing, that girl?
So does it make sense while we're going to be there, be proactive? Do we need to look at the piping as it bends and drops into that?
We will look through the whole system. Yeah.
This is just, this general area's been identified to be the problem.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think we have a collection box right over here at JR,
Down, yep, right in there.
right in here. What I remember is that section's actually in pretty good shape. What I remember. So it's been 6-8 years ago I've done it with her, so.
So what happens with the HDPE pipe, it becomes buoyant. The new, I would say the first version of HDPE pipe, there's voids in it, so low line area, if you don't have enough cover on it, it starts to come out of the ground. So there's nothing in it, it starts to flow.
So that just for my identification, to fix something like this, it's splay it open, clean everything out, put all new in, new rock, and then topsoil, et cetera?
New project, yeah. I mean, that's,
There's no repair, it's
most
remove,
likely
replace.
that's where it will head. We gotta put the camera back in it and address it and come up with a
I
plan.
think they mined portions of it too, if I remember correctly, but it's,
Could be,
you get this metal that moving in the ground, floating around, it becomes a problem.
it's egg shaped, it's got all the humps, it's an ugly thing.
Okay.
All right, next, jump back to myself here. We continue to review our budgets, working with some of the, like Mark Dagner is new to reviewing the budget, so kind of walking them through that, making sure we're all looking at our monthly budgets and opportunities there. One of the other exciting things I mentioned, two exciting things. One is the Locust work order system and the customer portal. Mentioned this a couple months ago or a few months ago. Nathan and I met with Locust on Friday. So Craig was out, but met with Locust. They seem really excited about doing this, and there's a lot of opportunity here for the customer side of things. Obviously, my goal was to have the usage side, so a customer can see what their usage is, the intervals that we see in-house on the computer ourselves. We can see that 15-minute or hourly interval. We just kind of have to determine what that will look like. We'll call phase 2 of the project, getting it out to the customers. They'll be able to log in and see that information, obviously, on the billing side, not really my department, but they'll be able to see their monthly bills and do certain things that you can see online and like in other places. So that'll be exciting. The customer will be able to also to prepare a work order, send it to us, an individual department as they see fit, and then again, it's in the infancy stages, trying to figure out the best procedures and protocols here. But I felt really good about. I was like, oh, this is exactly what we need to help facilitate some of the work order call in, and then our customers or residents know when something is done or what was done, because they'll be able to see the process and the progress of what's going on. So hopefully alleviate some of the phone calls you receive or the follow-ups, those types of things. Just trying to open up some of the additional communication because it's at our fingertips and we can have it here. So the hurdle here will be getting either email addresses and or phone numbers, accurate phone numbers from all of our residents in order to keep that information in-house. We'll also be able to use it in lieu of code red. Sarah doesn't know about this yet, but we can also send out messages based on an area. Will encompass a lot of our GIS with it. So very exciting. I feel, Nathan was like, this is exactly what you've been looking for. So it'll be good. It'll be exciting.
And what's the timing on that?
I think he said 2 to 3 weeks they'll have. So they offer this service already, but kind of tailoring towards how our system is already set up. And they said 2 to 3 weeks. Within a month, they should have everything. Between back and forth, obviously there's a timing issue between our availability and their availability. But I would say in the next couple months, have it out there We have about 800 email addresses. We started collecting that
Not that long ago.
about a month or so ago, or 2 months
It was
ago.
available with Locust 8, basically.
Yeah.
So, but, so we're moving in that direction. I'll be excited to have that.
So we already paid for this. This is just.
Yeah, it's part of the app already.
Got it.
No additional.
We have a lot of email addresses to collect.
Yeah.
We do.
What he said about 4,200.
Right. Which is, at some point in time, they either come back in on a billing or and then someone's gonna actually have to enter those, so.
It's big to get fresh numbers. I can't tell you how many times I pulled up information from a resident, I call the numbers, and by the time I get to the third number, it may go through. So it's good to just get it worked out, cleaned up. So don't call 939 numbers. Just don't do it. They never work. Just skip them.
I'm sure there's at least a dozen in Guadalupe that works.
Maybe.
939-8600.
Public Works, please. No. So again, I'm excited to have that. It'll be encompassed into our GIS too as well. So it'll be good. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the email migration that's currently going on with Regis. We're going to Office 365, and that's been a process, but hopefully by the end of the week, we are missing some emails internally, just so everybody knows, but they're working on resolving the issue. And then just a couple of the other projects, roadway projects, HH Road, that's ongoing. Lakeview will start here. The SDP project, Villa Court, and Southview are still on our list as well. Anybody have any questions or comments for us?
What about the Roger Street extension?
I've not received an update on that yet.
I assume the same with Country Club as well. No update on that either. This is part of the Roger extension.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Last I heard, Aaron was going through, right-of-way negotiations and conversations.
Okay. And I have one more. I know we're talking about some drainage there. I emailed you last week about Silver Creek. Just want to see if there's any discussion yet on what I did.
So I'm going out there tomorrow. I'm taking Mark and Roberta. We are going to look at a few things out in Silver Creek.
Okay, perfect.
Not everything's quite adding up for me with that email.
Mhm.
So I think there's some things that maybe some people don't quite understand
Sure.
what's going on there.
Sound good? Okay, perfect.
I will keep you. We'll keep you informed.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Anything else? Twice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, just wanted to give an update. We had a busy end of the year, but a good one. Sand float went very well this year. Minor hiccups with the tracker. So we are going to be working with Warner and Schifrin, who originally created that, to kind of work out the bugs. They said it might be time to revamp the system, that the way that it was designed, it needs a new refresh to keep up with all of the different things that are happening in the web world, is what they call it. So they might need to revamp the entire program and run new things in the background to make it work properly. So it still worked overall, except for one night we had major problems. A couple nights I just had to meet up with the lead truck to get it going again. But what would happen is it would just stop randomly, and you would have to refresh the program to get it going again. And you shouldn't have to do that. In years past, you would be able just to start it and it would continue on throughout the night. So going to work with them this year. I haven't marked to contact them in July to see how that's going and hopefully have a smoother process, because I do think a lot of people use that. We actually had one lady that said, "Thank you so much for the tracker. You know, it really helps a lot." So it's a good thing. We want to make sure that it works properly. So I'll be in touch with them. But we did have 27 out of the 30 golden tickets show up this year, which is the highest we've ever had, which is really good. The kids get to come here and pick out a prize from Santa, and it's a lot of fun to watch them do that. So overall, a really good year for that. Thank you to everybody that participated, and until next year, we'll move on from Santa. So then New Year's Day, we had our first America 250 event, ringing in the New Year's, and that went really well. We had a much larger crowd than I anticipated, that I think any of us anticipated. So the weather certainly helped. We had a great day. It wasn't windy or super cold or had any precipitation, but we are estimating, based on the number of bells that we gave out, about 350 people that came. So for a New Year's Day at noon, I think that's a really good turnout. We had a lot of fun with it. We had Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts come help with us, and the VFW Color Guard, and the barber shoppers came and sang. So it was a really fun community event, a great way to kick off the year. The next 250 America Celebration Committee meeting is tomorrow here at City Hall. That's the county-wide collaboration committee, so we'll see what the ideas are for the next upcoming events from that committee. I also have a subcommittee of that just for our own Waterloo events, and we met before the holidays, and we're still thinking that we would like to have on July 4th a parade downtown in the morning. Thought it would be neat to have like a 3K along the parade route where people can dress up patriotically. People are already in their seats waiting for the parade to start anyway, so they can cheer on the runners. And then maybe have a little bit of a festival in the courtyard after the parade's over, but then end it early, maybe 2-ish, so that way everybody can still go on and do their normal 4th of July traditions. Go to Valmeyer for fireworks, go to Columbia for fireworks, whatever they normally do for their traditional 4th of July evenings, they can be done with our event by then. So that's kind of what we're thinking for the big actual 250th anniversary date. That is still very much in the early planning stages. I have a few things booked and reserved, but I called about 5 different Abe Lincoln impersonators, and they're all way booked. So, again, we're still in the early planning stages, but we'll make it what we can, considering the competition that we have is the entire country planning these events. So,
Get Jordan top hat.
Huh?
Get Jordan top hat.
Yeah.
You can cover up my bald
Grow your
head.
beard a little more.
I
It'd be
grow this out.
perfect. Yeah.
That's it.
Start reading the Declaration of Independence in practice.
That's right.
So, nope, it'll be fun. It's something to look forward to. I want to get a float put together for Port of Westfalica rather than just our pumpkin trains like we normally do. So that way we can kind of celebrate the America 250 there, promote our event, maybe hand out more bells. We did go through all of our bell supply, so I'll have to order some more of those if we want to have them for events throughout the rest of the year. The chamber dinner is going to be themed the America 250, and then we also would like to, and I know the aldermen are usually involved in this, but for the Muni Band, we were going to speak with them and see if their opening night, the city and the county would sponsor the ice cream and maybe make that America 250 themed and have patriotic music. We could have the lights above the street be red, white, and blue, and kind of really promote America 250 that way too. And then we're having the challenge coins made. Every municipality and the county are having their own unique design. That's not finalized, otherwise I would show it to you tonight. We're meeting tomorrow to discuss modifications that we want to send to the company. So yeah, there's a lot in the works, and I'll keep you updated, but it's going to be a fun year with that. So I know I was not in attendance, but we have the bell downstairs and the 250 flag on the wall. So yeah. Any questions on that? I know, or ideas or suggestions? If you think of anything, just
$100
give me a
down.
shout. Yeah.
$100 down.
Yep, we will do that. Okay. Let's see. The 2026 calendar events, I'm just about finished with it, waiting on a couple people to get back to me on their dates. So I hope to get that sent to the printer by the end of the week, so that way we'll have it in hand by the end of the month. You will see the events on our website as soon as I get all that finalized, but that is almost done. And then also, this year we have both of our banner programs up for renewal. Usually it's only one or the other, because the Hometown Hero banner program is every 2 years and the business banner program is every 3 years. But of course, eventually then that's going to fall on the same year, and that's this year. So right now, the business banner program is open. The existing participants get 2 weeks until the 23rd of this month to renew their spot. If I don't hear back from them, then it opens up to new participants. I, of course, thought we should theme them America 250. So here's the design that I kind of came up with, and it would be, red, white, blue down the road, down Market Street. So yeah, that one is going to be done by the end of this month, beginning of February. So the hope is then to get the banner files to the printer and then the physical banners in hand by the end of February. So I told the linemen that they could just keep the snowmen up, so that way when those come down, these can just go up. So they're only having to mess with it once. So that's kind of the plan for that. There's 65 spaces in that program down Market Street.
So they're gonna stay there for 3 years?
Yes,
Or a celebrate
possibly 2. Yes, it's a big deal, Joel.
for 3 years upward?
Could be 251, 252.
Yeah.
Joel, we're gonna give you a big Sharpie, and you're just gonna change it to 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we thought, since that's that's a big deal. It's patriotic anyway, so.
Red, white, blue look great on Market Street.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the Hometown Hero banner program. So those applications will be accepted beginning in the start of February. I have a wait list of about 45 people that have called wanting to make sure that they get in on the next time it renews. So what we did last time, and I think what we'll do again, is give those people a week ahead of everyone else, since they didn't get to participate last time. So they'll have a week prior to get their application turned in if they want to. And then it'll just open up and it'll be first come, first serve. There's 192 spaces between Lakeview, Veterans Drive, Country Club, and Rogers. So we have to have, yeah, and Roger. I consider that like the
Right.
Rogers
Yeah.
Country Club area. So that's a lot of spaces. And we get pictures from everybody, and the banners will, I don't have that design figured out just yet. It'll be similar to the years past, where it's their picture, their name, the branch of service, and their rank. So it'll be similar to what we've had in the past. So any questions on those banners at all. People will be able to come up and get their banners from the previous year, so, but we have to wait until the new ones go up. A lot of people call and say, oh, it's time to renew, can I get mine? Well, they're still up, so they have to wait till they get switched out. And then the last thing, we will be participating again this year in the IMUA scholarship, because we're a partner with them. Our local high school seniors are eligible for $4,000 scholarships, so I'll be adding that information to our website and sending it to the school guidance counselors. A couple of years ago, we did have somebody from Waterloo win, so it's always good to promote and hopefully we get somebody from town. The deadline for that is March 13th, so we still have lots of time. We were just given the information a few days ago, so. Any questions? Website, now that the holidays are over, I'm really hoping to have the time to get the content finalized with the pictures that we want with the content, meet with the department heads, and get that sent over. So I just haven't had the time to, it is so much content that we have out there, and I want to make sure that it's right and that we get it to how we want it to be exactly, because one of the things that 618 Creative has said is if you don't, then it's going to be a lot harder in the development design stage, because if you keep going back and forth with your content, then it changes the whole design. So really trying to send over exactly what we want it to be. So.
This is just a small graphic thing on the
Yeah.
blue banner.
Yes.
Are there those shaded background graphics?
Yes.
Okay. Just can't see
It's hard to
them.
see. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same. I mean, like these in the background here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the same thing there. Anything else? All right.
Human resources.
Okay, so it's been a busy couple of months with the transition of our insurance broker and insurance. I have to say super positive things about MD Health through this process. They have been so communicative and quick to respond to any email I send them with any question. Since they took over effective November 1st, they've dealt with past stuff with Blue Cross Blue Shield, current stuff with UHC, with Charles Schneider, with Paylocity. They're helping us through the whole process. So that has been really great. It's been a really great working relationship with them. Change is always hard. So with that being said, we did effective make the change January 1. The process of the change was easy. Most people had their insurance cards in December. A few people either didn't get them or threw them away because they didn't realize we changed insurances, or a couple of kids didn't get their cards. But that was very minimal. So that has been easy to fix. It's just the mindset for people, like, I don't understand why we can't stay with Blue Cross. So, the 20% figure to them, they don't really understand that always. So that's a question I get. And sometimes I've just said, well, unfortunately, with the cost, it just wasn't feasible. But we're just now hitting January, so for people to start to use that card, I myself have only used it like twice, but it hasn't been a big deal. But a few people have maybe said, well, my wife went to use it and it wasn't covered. So we're kind of working through those things and taking those questions as they come. And Gretchen and MD Health has been great to say, let me get on that, let me research that, let me check into that. the same dental and we kept the same vision. I've actually had a couple more dental issues this year than past, and so we've been researching those. Nothing changed with those policies. They're the same, just issues. So kind of working through that process. For an example, I didn't know if you had a crown, in 5 years, that crown, something happens to it, insurance doesn't cover it at all. They don't help reduce the cost of it. They don't cover it. They do nothing. It's just like you have no insurance. So, and I found out, well, look into other insurance companies. Is that how it is everywhere? And there's a lot of them are 7 years. Okay. So just learning through these processes right now. But other than that, we had to go through the process. We did meet with all the employees with MB Health. We had several meetings to go through the process with them, and now we're meeting with them again, going over the transition to Paylocity, that is the company that will reimburse them for their HRA. So today we had a meeting. We had a few questions we couldn't answer, but Wednesday we have another meeting, and hopefully we'll be able to answer those questions then. So trying to just be very communicative and talking to everybody about everything going on so they know what's going on and we can help through the process. Connect team is something we've been working on. Actually, Officer Dawes, myself, Shannon, Sarah, trying to get that up and going. That system is pretty much rebuild it from scratch. JR too, got to give him credit for the geofence that he created for us on there. So hoping within the next month we will have that going. We want to test it with a few people before we open it up to everybody, but we are a lot closer than we were a month ago. And then contract increases for Public Works employees and AFSCME, and all of that went on to paychecks effective 1/1/26. So that was completed, so they'll all start seeing that. Any questions for me?
Actually work on the insurance and having those conversations. Like I said, change is hard, but I think your approach has been great, so thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Sarah Craig could not be here this evening. She has been working remotely to some degree. She has the opportunity, and spoke with her late this afternoon, and she may possibly be in the office tomorrow after the so all the checks and paying the bills and all that stuff is still going, still taking place. Number 8, building inspector.
That's my monthly report. Down a little bit on building inspections for the year. Everything else is pretty well up. Not really too much, it's just pretty well self-explanatory. Next picture, when I started, we had some problems with State Bank, me and Brad, and they finally got some of it taken care of between Walgreens and the main parking lot.
Yeah.
And then they did some patching out here also. Also same thing with Sonics and Huck's parking lot. They have repaired all that. On the corner of the drive-through and stuff. Auto violation is on Vandenbrook. Picture on the right was I think taken on Friday. Picture on Monday or Tuesday. Car was in the garage. I usually put one on their door and I also mail one to them. Same thing out of Vandenbrook. They had a bunch of empty boxes on the front porch. Same thing, they took care of that. The Ballard behind Closet Tires, the city transformer, they wanted that protected so nobody could back into it. mainly the employees park around there. Just some of the pools going on. This is a gun eye pool out in Country Club Estates. While they're working on it, happened to be out there, get some pictures of it. Picture on the left is the same pool with the gun eye and the tile on it, just waiting for the finish coat. Got a swim pool spa back off Illinois Avenue. Had to inspect that. These are a couple above ground, underground pools. One on the left's out, and they're both out in Remlock. One's got a remote cover on it. And these pictures are actually for the bonding.
Yours? Neither of them. Mine's inflatable. Mine's inflatable.
Okay.
He's not lying either.
I was happy to be down when they put some of the gas lines in, the water lines in at the power plant. One on the left is the natural gas coming in off of Route 3. One on the right is the blue lines are actually the diesel fuel from the station will go to that new generator. One day I happened to be driving up the alleyway, just happened to look across and they had the roof tore off of Park Street. Went back there, they actually had OSB they were putting on. Informed them that wasn't allowed in the city and plywood. The whole back of the house was sheeted and ready for shingles. So they had to tear that whole thing off the next day. There's a picture on the left of the OSB and the new plywood and some pictures of them putting the new stuff on. This is the main thing tonight. Last month you guys had a cold city council chambers downstairs. This is one of the reasons why. This is a filter that's up in the roof up here. That's supposed to be see-through. Picture on the left there, that's what it came out. It's mainly rust and part of the copper pipe. Filter on the right, that's what it's supposed to look like. I've had fair heating and cooling out here 5 days. 2 guys, 2 of the days, and the other 3 days, and then 2 days with just a single guy out here. To get the one downstairs, they actually worked up here for a whole day, both of them. They actually had to go to the heating unit up on the roof and run a hose down and clean the actual heating coil out of it in there. It was clogged. So, and then we got the executive chambers downstairs. That one wasn't working also. The picture on the left of the valve that we cut out is sitting on the table back from when it looks at it. It's solid. And the one on the right is after it dried. That's what it's inside the copper pipes inside our water system right now. We have to treat it properly.
So, did you bring a proposal for that?
I do have a proposal.
Okay. So, the reason that we actually have these problems is this system obviously is approaching 30 years old, and I would suspect when it was new, there was some type of maintenance program on that you treat the water that's actually running through it to prevent those problems. At some point in time, that was discontinued. I know in the 11 years that I've been here, we have not had a maintenance program on that. They actually had to cut out some of the pipes and in order to get stuff out. So, did you head that out?
Yeah, we've got it already.
They got pictures in there.
So basically, the maintenance program is from now that they actually have it cleaned out. The maintenance program would be in order to prevent this type of problem moving forward. Again, the system is about 30 years old. Obviously, you're not going to take everything out. It just has to be cleaned and then maintained over a period forever.
So I just want to clarify, this has nothing to do with our water. This
No.
is a closed loop system.
Closed loop system. The water doesn't go in. We've got filters in the basement.
Yeah.
They have changed the filters every time they've been here. They've been just black. They're white when they go in. Along with that proposal is also a page I had them send me. If we do need any more chemicals, the one page for like 1,000 with some change. That was actually going to be what the chemical would cost and also the filters. They'll come out for the first quarter. He'll come out every month and check it, check all the chemicals, make sure everything's right in the water, and change the filters. And this also helps keep the warranty on the new boilers you put in too.
Right, so we didn't have anything when the boilers were put in. I thought we did.
They did come out and put something in to clean it and
Right.
got the iron content down to where the boiler company was happy.
Right.
But when they put that cleaner in, that pretty well just loosened up everything.
Yeah, it's a
And some-
TSP or detergent or something like that. It
Right,
would break
yeah.
anything free.
Right.
If you have a hydraulic system, that's going to happen.
Right. And they showed me how to change the filter, so I check them down there downstairs, how to change it and fill it back up. While they were here, I had them check all. We have no spare belts for anything. So I haven't checked the belts. When they went to put them on, all the pulleys on all the motors were razor sharp. So they're ordering all new pulleys for the motors. So I mean, those probably never been changed either.
Right.
So they're getting us new pulleys, new belts, plus a spare belt for every unit.
That's all from ChemSearch, or is that from?
No, that's
Bear?
from Bear.
That's from Bear.
That's from Bear.
Okay, so this proposal is only for the closed loop chemical treatment.
Right.
This
They also,
price is.
right. Yeah, and they also keep the AC unit out there. They'll treat that also. But that's,
Okay, what is this?
that's the extra filters and chemicals if needed. That's what it's called.
That's an extra?
Yeah.
On top of
Right
it.
now, we've got 2.5 gallons of chemical downstairs and about 15 filters. Yeah, so we got quite a few of them, but that's the cost when we now need them again.
So we need this too?
Not right now, we don't know. No.
So what happens whenever you put in a new system, the boilers, they have to drain most of this down probably. When you refill it with fresh water, no matter what the water source is, you're sending oxygenated water into it, and it's going to exacerbate any corrosion you already had. So, and there for a while, we were feeding fresh water in the system while the boilers were running, and that's going to kill your pipes anyway. So,
Right, the boilers leak so bad.
right, the old boilers are leaking so bad that we were just feeding fresh water into it continuously for a while. They treated it, I mean, we need to do this for the new boilers, in my opinion, to keep the system going and protect the new investment we made in those boilers that are down there.
Good.
Question on the closed loop system, is there a lifespan on that by chance? I know it's about
Yes.
30 years old almost.
Probably lasts a long time as long as you keep the chemicals in there, because some of that chemical actually coats inside all our copper pipes.
So actually.
Yeah, some corrosion is not bad because it's
Right.
protecting
Yeah.
the pipes from the water,
Right.
but
The VFW is a similar closed loop system that's been in process for since 1952, 1954.
Okay, so
So
we got plenty of time on it.
you actually,
Hopefully.
yeah, you just need to protect it from this point forward.
if you ask an engineer, they'll probably tell you it's at the end of its lifespan.
Right, yeah.
But we want to replace it.
Yeah.
Right, that's where I was getting at. I was saying, like, where we look at how long, much longer do we have before we have?
We don't have any leaks anywhere that, or it's not leak, we've had leaks, but it's not prevalent, right?
Right.
It's not like we're developing leaks all over the place. Right. So,
Okay.
No, but I mean, they,
don't go hitting anything with a sledgehammer and you'll be fine.
last year they had the same problem. I take it, that things got clogged up.
Yeah.
Because they knew all about this up here and had other fittings in there just to wash it out. So it's a reoccurring event. This should take care of the reoccurring event because they come in, like I said, clean the filters, change the filters, put new chemical in, check the water, make sure our iron levels where it's supposed to be.
So, if everyone's okay with it, now the contract will be on the council for next Monday. You okay with it?
I think it's necessary.
Joel?
Yeah.
Matt, Jim, Tina, Kyle, and Jordan?
Both, right there?
I'm sorry.
Both?
They're both, actually, the one that is
1700.
extra stuff that we need, we would buy that in case we needed it.
Yeah.
It's just a contract that will be on the council.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's $17.20 a year is what it costs.
It reads fine.
Quick question, going back to the first one, it was auto violations. What were the violations?
Oh, yeah, that'd be.
It was alcohol.
On the,
It's been
the one
so
in the driveway,
Yeah.
it was up on jacks.
Okay, I couldn't see the jacks from.
Yeah, they had jacks underneath it,
Okay.
And the plate was expired.
and the plate was expired.
It's at the same place.
It's been there for a long time.
3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, so,
All right.
yeah, so like I said, they pretty well moved it right.
Driveway somebody had a pretty good slope for something to be on a jack stand.
They had some locks underneath the wheels.
Oh, good.
Are these numbers right? It's a monthly cost of $430.
That can't be right.
No,
12 payments is
Supposed to be a
$430 from September.
quarterly payment,
Oh, okay.
quarterly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, $17.20 a year
Yep.
is what's highlighted.
Yep.
Yeah.
So total,
Any other questions?
$17.20.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Yep.
Total right
Thanks,
there.
Mark. I'll look at it. I haven't read all of it.
Jane?
You got one in your. There was a monthly carry.
Chief?
Nice, sir.
this report is a little bit different, starting at Dolphin, compared to this, and it kind of
30 years is
highlights all of the arrests for December, which was pretty substantial.
7 arrests.
So our officers were pretty busy in December.
Wow.
Saturday night. Yeah, it's most, like I said, it's mostly focused on like the rest and stuff that we have.
Yeah, I see that.
If you guys have any questions about that at all, or not, you can ask me later, I guess. Just wanted to start with, first thing, last meeting we had, let you know we were waiting on our cars. We finally got those up and running, and we were able to implement those into the fleet 3 to 4 weeks ago. And the side-by-side is very close to being ready to go as well. We actually took it to United today to be outfitted with the wrap. It should be done the next day or two, hopefully. And we'll bring it back here, and then the mechanics have a few other minor details and stuff they have to do to finish it up. So hopefully we'll get that going by the end of the week. Utilize it pretty soon. And lastly, also, since we didn't have the December meeting, I couldn't talk to you guys about Shop with the Cop. That took place in December. New officer took over and rebranded it. It's called Operation Blue Santa now. Still very effective. We had a great time, and the city is. There are many people in the city that are very generous with their donations. We had $4,200 in donations that are able to help us provide for these families and kids. We had 6 families with 14 different kids that we were able to take to Walmart. First, we had them here for breakfast. Then we loaded them up in the squad cars, turned the lights and sirens on, and rendezvoused at Walmart. They got a big kick out of that. So there was 14 kids out of those 6 families that we were able to help. And we had 9 officers that volunteered to make it all possible and work out flawlessly. So hopefully we're going to keep continuing that, and hopefully just to grow it if we can. Sometimes you can't get it too big. It just kind of depends on what you have available to offer these kids. So that's all. If there's any questions?
I have one, not about this. This was back in December. The speed cars were out on Morrison. I was wondering if we had any data on what we
do actually have there's a sheet that's generated.
Okay.
After they have it out there for a week, it generates how many cars go by and at what rate.
Cool.
I can find that and
Jordan,
get that to you. If you
Yeah,
want.
shoot me an email
Jordan,
or something.
Jordan, I have it. I reviewed it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, can you send it over to me?
We just had them out on Fountain Brook, and then after the lady who actually requested that, he got me the stats, and I went back, and it was actually the Vanderbrook. They have a Facebook page, and then I just went out and scanned those and put those out on the Vanderbrook page, so that anybody that's on that page could actually look at the stats. It's awesome. It's remarkable how little speeding there actually is.
I think those are partially a deterrent as well when people see them.
They are, but people believe that they're driving 55 miles an hour on the streets, and they're not.
Right.
But you can see precisely all the speeds, and it breaks it down, what's under the speed limit, the next 10 miles, and the next 10 miles over, how many physical cars actually was in that category. So it's actually very good stats.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Natalie?
That's all right. Listen, I rooted people that treat me like epilepsy.
We won't send you to the follow me. I believe everything was covered tonight that I would have covered. Number 14, committee reports and minutes approval. November 17, 25, insurance committee.
11:17, we'll take them. If not, take a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Kyle, thank you.
Is there a second on that?
No,
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Second by Joel, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much.
Very thorough, thank you, Michelle.
The 1117 Waterloo beautification.
There was, if anybody has any comments on that committee meeting, have a motion to accept.
So moved.
Motion by Jim Hopkins. Second to that motion.
Second.
Thank you very much. Any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
December 15th, 25 committee, finance committee.
You say finance?
Yes, sir.
Joel, is it finance?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second.
Aaron first, Matt second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
December 15 ordinance.
Kyle, will you this one?
Well, I wasn't there, but sure. December 15th. Motion?
Make that motion.
Thank you, Gary.
I'll second.
Thank you, Jordan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
January 5th, water sewer.
January 5th, water sewer. Everyone should have the minutes. Can we get a motion to approve them as written?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Hopkins, Mr. Riley, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much.
January 5th planning.
January 5th Planning Committee, we've got those minutes also. Fairly quick one. Not. Any comments? Not. Take a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Joel?
I'll second.
Second. Tina. Thank you very much. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Bobby?
Thank you, Michelle. Excellent work on the minutes.
Thank you.
Excellent. Other than that, that's it.
Joel?
Does anybody know where the library was closed on Saturday?
They had a water, the fountain upstairs, a pipe broke apparently overnight and it flooded.
Okay.
It hit mainly the bathroom downstairs, but it flooded the bathroom downstairs as well. So Servpro came in and they had plumbers and electricians. And they were open today.
All right. I
Just
didn't-
limited bathroom use.
I just saw they were closed on Saturday. I didn't see otherwise.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
What's your book overdue?
Not mine.
Matt? Jim?
Nothing.
Tina?
I just have a question I should have asked, I guess, for you, one of you guys. Circle K, when you come out to go on 4th Street, will that get resurfaced right there? There's a huge pothole right there.
So that's IDOT.
Oh, okay,
So 4th Street would be just from Moore to
okay,
Church Street.
Here.
all right.
Intersection.
Oh, this right here? Or
No, that's-
Circle K over here.
Yeah.
That'd be IDOT, and we can call and have them.
Yeah, I don't know if I did it or if it's Circle K's responsibility, but
Oh, gotcha.
there's a huge one there. I don't have anything else.
Nothing.
Jordan? Gary? Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Somebody.
Joel,
Second.
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 Copy. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
717. And what we have